maybe girlfriends' names, maybe girlfriends' rehab stays, maybe girlfriends' mugshots.
I mean, they already tried. Someone
Not a bad week, right?
Robert's always had an issue with it. Let's be clear with that. Y'all, it's like y'all are weird to me, like thinking that this man is clear with it. This man just has integrity. He just never wanted it to be spoke on.
Hey, Robert, can I tell you something?
Can I finish first real quick?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I just never mentioned it. I spoke in codes the whole time. I respected it. That was their truth to share. But what I had a problem with was the people that were hosting lives, paneling these people in the panels to do the fuck shit. So my spirit man began to get checked. Like, I know you ain't going to sleep on this. You cool with this?
No. Carmen.
That's what my problem is.
Andrew, do you know that imagine if you're a woman, a young lady, a beautiful young person, woman, alone, in your apartment, knock, 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 comes at the door. You go to the door. No one's there. You see someone scurrying away.
While he's muted, I don't know if you've been addressed that two nights ago before the huge doxing live that happened on his panel yesterday morning, there was a plan he was very aware of. Observant made the plan with him to have that doxing live on his panel. And Andrew said, yes, you can have it on my panel. It happened at the exact same time that it was planned out, 10 a.m. What is it, Pacific Standard Time or whatever. And it happened on his panel. Then he claimed to be asleep. He was not asleep at all. And
Rachel, do you think anyone here is dumb as fuck enough to think he was asleep?
No, I'm not saying that at all. But it's just.
He wasn't asleep, though. I 100% wasn't asleep.
The plot is twisted,
Andrew.
Hold on, who is this? I don't even know who this is. Is this Cherry?
No,
it's Ranchy Poo.
No. Oh, okay. Honestly, yeah, I can just apologize for what people did.
Center him and get back to the topic of what we were talking about, Robert. This person I've rocked with, right? Like solid, like would go to the ends of the earth with. And my problem is,
before we go there though, let me like cap it off. Andrew, when you have to wonder what colors everything is, when you have to start carrying certain things with you every second of every day, when you're even taking your dogs out, when you have to make sure that every door locks behind you, as most people in this panel have, in the things that you think is not a bad week, then maybe you'll understand what we're talking about. Because I know that a life like yours that wasn't earned through rehab and stays of hell because you didn't earn much, you were just handed things like a house that you don't own, but a family owns it for you and you can stay there, which is great, is not a bad week. Maybe then you'll understand what a bad week is, because I think that's coming to you here shortly. And I don't mean I would ever do anything like that to you, but maybe then you'll know what a bad week is when we fall asleep and all of your things are shown. That's not a bad week. And then you come to people like me and think that we're doing well. And I don't dislike you any more than I ever have. Thought of you the same way right now as I did yesterday. But maybe that won't be such a bad week. And maybe that week, though, you'll understand what it feels like to make a joke out of other people's lives, because your life has been so unserious and you have so little seriousness.
Whose life am I making a joke
well, you know what I know something about you, addicts, is that you've touched death so closely that you don't have any regard for your life, much less the life of anyone else. You're there. You're at the doorstep. I know people like you. You're at the doorstep.
Yeah, but that's not fair to say about all addicts, bro.
Not talking about addicts. I'm talking about Andrew.
He just talking about Andrew. He ain't talking about addicts. He talking about
maybe it won't be a bad week when you have to wonder what's next for yourself, just like you used to. I know you felt it. Maybe it won't be such a bad week. And maybe when that week comes, all of us
You guys,
Andrew, but Andrew, you knew that live was going to happen the night before. I planned it all out. Like I'm in on it.
Andrew,
like,
you knew that live was going to happen the night before.
No, I really didn't.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I was.
Do you want to know? Do you guys want to know why I think people are there with you? You're alone in your words. People know reality. So when those days come for you, not a bad week.
They are. Let's be clear, they are.
Not a bad week, Andrew. Not a bad week.
Always come around. Anybody that has been on this app long enough and they have had harm done to them, all this shit comes back to you. And Andrew, you knew that the live was going to happen yesterday morning. You literally said, you can use my panel, and then you modded all of them. And then went to the extent of saying, if I go to sleep, you modded even more people. And it's all recorded where it says, where people are saying, if he's asleep, you know that we can act up. Andrew, you kept moving your phone.
I wasn't
you were not asleep.
Though. I was never asleep.
You were not asleep.
I was
But Andrew,
you know what
really, you know what really sucks, Andrew? When you put your family's things in jeopardy. Because I know you don't have much to lose, but you know who does? When you make such a fool of yourself, you put other people in jeopardy, and I think that's what you've done. I do.
Correct. I agree.
I do.
His family.
Not your things. I know you don't own much. You don't. Of course you don't.
He has inadvertently.
It's only been a few months since your last stint.
He's inadvertently put my family back at risk. My dad has continued to get fucking prank phone calls from people.
And we know who the prank callers are. They've openly confessed about it. See, I was on that side for a long time. So anything how
maybe when Andrew's hometown that he holds bonds in.
Absolutely.
Thinks so poorly of his family that they won't hold anything other for them than a piece of shit for them.
Robert Carmen, Andrew was allowing pictures of me and my dad. He was allowing pictures of me and my dad. Andrew.
I don't allow anything. Hold on,
people like Andrew are so stupid. They're just like, I think I can get it, and they get what they're handed because they don't know how to. You don't know how to get anything.
Robert, can you let me know when I can speak?
Sure. No, this isn't about, like, I dropped Bell for the same reason. This is not about Bell. This is not about you. This is not about anyone in particular. This is about, I've observed, I've been here. Andrew and I are having a little discourse. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I just wanted to let, the thing about Andrew is Andrew knew about Aqua's Discord. He was showing pictures of all of us that had
Wait, I don't know about her Discord. Don't say that.
Oh my God. That's not true. I sent you a message.
Yes, you fucking do, because I personally told you. I personally
don't
told
even
you
know how to work
that
Discord.
that bitch has a file. She has a whole channel with my legal name, and the only thing in it is information about me. She has one about Robert. She has one about August. She has one about everybody.
She has about 20 of us.
Yeah, but I don't know. I barely go on Discord.
Andrew, I told you that night, Andrew. Don't you fucking lie on this panel.
Ladies.
That's one thing I don't go on.
Well, no, but ladies. Hold on. Well, and I'll let you. But when Andrew's file and his family's, because they're going to hate him even more, because God knows they're only letting him do what he's doing because they don't want him to relapse.
Speak on it.
When his file, and they will hate him on that day because God knows he can't contribute, comes out, who's going to be kicking and screaming? And guess who's going to be not having a bad week?
That's going to happen.
Everyone here.
Did he just say they turn on each other? I've been over there rocking with them forever.
Go ahead, Rachel.
Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, I didn't want to overspeak anyone, but the thing that I wanted to bring to attention, and I'll drop, Andrew has been very aware of this server of Aqua's. And in Aqua server, there is an entire list of channels with multiple of our names on there dedicated to doxing our information. And it's a very dangerous situation. Andrew knew it. Also, Andrew knew about it was agreed upon that the doxing live yesterday morning was going to be on his panel at 10 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. Andrew knew everything about this. He knew exactly what pictures, who was going to be involved. He knew that it was going to be directed to. He
Did
knew
I know
that,
any of this? How would I know this?
because it was said on your panel. Then I watched it, Andrew. We all watched it. It was all discussed with you, and you said that it was okay to do it on your panel the next morning because you were saying that.
I never said that.
Yes, you did. This is crazy. I don't ever speak
I
up. I
just
don't
like
ever join panels, and I don't speak up. But Andrew, you
I'm
knew
gonna
everything that was
interject on that one.
that was going to happen,
That's
and
not
you also
exactly how
too
it
were
went down.
very okay with the direction being pointed to Aqua's Discord from your live that morning, yesterday morning. You knew that it was going to be directed to Aqua's Discord VC, where it was going to be an even more intense and even like a deeper dive into doxing every single one of us. You saw the picture of every name that was listed on Aqua's Discord, doxing every fucking one of us. How the fuck can you sit there and say that you care about Robert, August, Bex, any fucking body, Carmen, anybody, knowing that those names are on that fucking list? It's fucking disgusting, Andrew, and you've known about this.
Shut up. I didn't know about shit. Stop.
It's funny. You see that?
It's
funny.
so funny.
It's so
I'll
funny.
take as much
But, like,
responsibility.
Andrew,
I'm
so
sorry.
Andrew,
Listen, I am
Andrew,
sorry. I
It
am
is so
sorry.
funny.
Andrew.
It is
But like
so
you
funny.
did know,
I think it's funny.
you did
It's
know it
funny.
was gonna go down, Andrew. Like I was there. Like
Can I
you
get a
did
better
know.
look at that palm
I
tree?
don't think the intentions were for it to go down on your platform, but you allowed somebody to sit up there and say that they were gonna have it on their platform at a certain time on a certain day, and that they were gonna release it. And
It's
you
so
were awake for that
funny.
part. You were awake
It's
for
Release
that
what
part.
funny.
though? Release what though?
Shut the fuck up, heroin addict. Shut up. It's so funny. It's so funny. And when your parents look at you like they always have, I think that'll be so funny. I think it's gonna be funny.
Parents
I
love me.
really, no, they don't. 2019.
His
They
parents don't
only,
love him.
no, I know. They pray, Andrew. They pray that you
Robert,
won't become what you were just a few years ago.
Robert, you want to know how I know they don't love him?
Andrew, no, can I, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Andrew, look at yourself. You're 38 years old and you look
I'm
like a former
good.
addict. You look disgusting. You don't think your parents look at you like you are? They do. My parents look at my brother just the same way as you are. He's the same age.
Yeah, but they
No,
love me.
they pray. They
Hey,
pray.
Robert, can I
They
tell
pray
you
that
how I know
they
they
pray
don't?
that they can give you enough that you don't become what you just were. They hope that you don't unalive. That's why you live in their house. You live in their rental. You live in their rental. You don't have anything. At 40 years old, you have nothing. No, you don't. And guess what? Your girlfriend, fake. Your girlfriend, fake. If you think that anyone looks at you like you're other than just like this scrawny, ugly little freak,
Kind of got a
no one does.
belly.
I think it will be a funny day. It will be not like a big day. It'll be a good week. It'll be a good week when your family looks at you the way they always have. And they will. Again, it'll be a good week.
I've had a good week. What about you, Robert?
I'm having a good week.
We love to
I'm
see it.
having
for
a good
me.
week. Rachel, why don't his parents love him?
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. I can read straight through Andrew. His parents, they give him money, they don't give him hugs. He seeks validation on this app because he doesn't get it in his real life. I'm one of these people who comes from a very, very wealthy family who does not give validation through hugs. My dad loves to give out money, not hugs. Andrew wants desperately hugs from his family.
You're so stupid. This is funny.
No, I'm not stupid at all. I'm your same age, and I can tell you that's exactly what.
So bad for you.
I read right through you, honey.
I think I mean what's sad, Rachel, is that I think we all see right through. We do. I think everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad. It's sad. It is sad. And what's even sadder is that just like my brother, you look at him, you think to yourself, he doesn't like that frame, that slight physique. It's not going to last very long. You know what I mean? You look at him, you say, with that heroin addict voice, and then that little slight physique, it's like, wow, there's not much more.
Well, also too, Robert, addicts, they revert back to the age that they were first sober. So I see a level of immaturity in him, but I also too see something very sad in him that
They're doxing each other. Shut up.
Dox? How are we doxing
stop.
each other?
You're
No, we're not.
me.
We're not.
Guys.
How can I possibly be doxing myself? I'm just talking about coming from a very wealthy family.
We're talking about you. We're talking about you. We're talking about you. I'm sorry, Andrew, that it's not a bad week for us, but it is for you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Robert, my week's good.
Good. I'm glad.
It won't be.
But you know what you know what, Rachel? You know what, Rachel? People like him, after as many like rehab stays as he's had, it's hard to have a bad week.
This isn't a big deal.
Your parents have looked at you so your parents have looked at you so pathetic your whole life. And you're 40 years old. You never accomplished anything. You still live in one of their homes.
Robert.
You still live in one of their
I'm not even going to talk about his addiction. I'm just going to talk about his dependence on his parents at his age. I don't care to say that I told my dad to cut me off probably 10 years ago because I had a level of like pride and ego, and I have made a certain, I own my own home without my dad.
Hey, Andrew, you know what? Hold on, Rachel.
Okay.
Andrew, you know what you should go do now? You should start a live. You should do that.
Oh, you dropped him. Okay.
Robert, listen, I know that I triggered him by saying that he desperately wants a hug by his dad. He don't want a $100 bill. He don't want anything. He wants a hug by his dad. And he don't get it from his parents.
I disagree with you on that because people like Andrew, they want nothing more than the $100. You want to know why, Rachel? Because the truth is about Andrew is he's still an addict. He drinks every night. I hear him making his drinks. Everybody does.
You want me to tell you what he thinks?
And he still uses marijuana every night. Every night.
Smoking.
You wanna know what he really thinks?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So, addicts only think about one thing. They don't give a shit about their daddy. They don't give a shit about their mom. They don't give a shit if you're a good wife. They don't give a shit about your girlfriend. They don't give a shit about the children. All they care about is themselves. All they care about is themselves.
What are you reading from? Greenlick?
I'm not reading. All addicts care about is themselves. They worry about themselves. They worry about their money. They worry about their self-esteem. They worry about why they're broke at a certain age. They worry about why, like, they've been in crimes. They're worried about why they're still a loser. They're worried about how to get high. 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 They don't give a shit about you, Robbie. They don't give a shit about you, Trey. They don't give a shit about you, Bex. They don't give it. And you know what?
No, that's not true.
You know what's
Mark,
true?
that's not true. Addicts
Wait.
care about
We all
people.
know
That's
it's not
crazy.
true.
Oh,
We all know it's not true.
and you
Everyone
know,
here knows it's not true, liar.
hey, wait. Can I get high off
The
of?
addicts care.
No, they don't. They don't care about
They
anything
don't.
but
You don't.
themselves.
Yeah,
You know, and you know
he's
what?
right.
If you can get high on a live, and you can
If I didn't
get like
care, I
a,
wouldn't be here.
if you can get an adrenaline rush off a live, guess what? I'll make that live happen. I'll make that live happen no matter what. I'll make that live happen, and I'll have so much crazy shit go down. I'll get high on it. I'll get high on it watching people suffer. I'll get high on it watching people squeal. I'll feel all that power.
You
I'll
right.
feel important. I want to feel important. Why? Because really, I don't want to say it out loud, but I'm a piece of shit. I don't like myself. I haven't liked myself since I was 8 years old. I've never liked myself. I know I'm a liar. I'm a manipulator. I'm a son of a bitch that never respected anybody for anything because I've never done anything respectful in my fucking life. So I wouldn't even know what self respect is. So what am I going to do? I'm going to fill that hole I have because I know I'm a
Oh,
piece of
don't,
shit.
Andrew, don't come to Veronica. Veronica is my real life friend. She just stumbled up in here. Veronica knows me better than anybody
Hey,
on any of these
can we let
panels.
men let men speak to men? This is like a continual like ladies, come on.
So at the end of the day, it's really not that complicated. The only reason AA works is because AA teaches you that you're selfish and that you need to serve others. Andrew doesn't know how to
Dude,
serve
I'm not.
others.
I don't do AA. I'm not in it.
And no,
It sucks.
Anybody else want to throw some dirt on Andrew?
No one's throwing dirt. In fact, from the men in here, and I would say Greenlick and I included, I wish you would snap. I wish you would. You're worthy of a lot of love. You're worthy of everyone's love in here. Everyone. You are funny. You are charismatic. You are like you're Andrew. The version of Andrew that everyone here loves is a good guy. But you have been a nasty, vindictive, manipulative person recently that as Greenlick said, you want what you want, and then you lie to yourself, telling yourself that everyone in here is like a village idiot.
dude, nobody hates you. You're just sick.
No one hates
What?
you. No one hates
No,
you.
no, we
You
like,
Andrew. Let me explain something to you. When go back like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, before all this happened, I have said the highest things about you. I think you are the most loving, great person. You have your heart is beautiful. The way you defend men, I've seen it. You go out of your way. You are like wonderful. But you something has been off, and this notion that people that you respect are going to let you lie in their face like they're idiots is kind of the thing. You can't do that. You can't do that. If you feel that you are competent to have competent friends, God willing, you can't lie to their face like they're dimwits. Maybe that's shame on you. Maybe you pick friends that are too smart. Cool. Good on you. But then it means you cannot just do this. This was foolish. This was foolish. And Andrew, I will never hate you. I will never hate you. I don't at all.
nobody
Not even
hates you.
sort
It's
of.
not even, that's not even the issue. The issue is you're just, like when someone is not sober and someone is not trying to be a better person, you have to just say, look, like you're being a dick. It's not a big deal. Okay. But you're just a hurtful person. And if you keep this way, you're never going to get anywhere in life just doing things that hurt people, dude. At the end of the day, like your number one rule that you use to get away with everything and like avoid responsibility is you go, oh, I like everybody and I let everybody talk. You have these like little rules that like give you no responsibility. Oh, I didn't see it. I was sleeping. Oh, I like everybody. I let everybody talk. I let everybody say what they want. And so like you just get to like have no responsibility for what happens. But at the end of the day, like people got hurt and you never ever took responsibility for that.
Facts.
And Andrew, in its most literal application, I cannot tell you how much recently it's become a thing of, I explained it earlier. When I even have to take my dog out, just a simple like 10-foot walk, I have to be packed, I have to be loaded, ready for someone who's doing God knows what, because you're over there having it's on the panel. She's making threats other places, but Andrew's got the panel. Other people are doing it. It's funny, it's cute, it's haha, he he. How does anyone know who's showing up anywhere ever? Who knows? And if that person ever shows up to my world, they're gone. Cool.
I
But can
told
you everywhere you go? Imagine being a woman in that world. It
yeah.
fucking sucks. It
I told
fucking
someone
sucks.
I told someone the other day, I feel like Robert takes 2 steps forward every day with his live in this whole situation, and Andrew pushes it 10 steps backwards. Between the time that Robert goes down and Robert goes back up the next day, we have moved 10 steps backwards because of the chaos and bullshit Andrew has let happen in those fucking hours. He literally makes it worse faster than Robert can make it better.
Me letting anything
Robert's
happen.
life used to be
It's
like
gonna
the
continue
comedic
regardless of
relief.
me.
Like I would feel so much better about myself listening to Robert because he's so fucking funny.
You know what a drug dealer
And
says? You know what a drug dealer says? And it's kind of comical. If I don't sell the drug, someone else will.
I've been saying this back
I'll take as much responsibility as his mom.
Andrew
I
saw
really
what
will.
Robert was doing. Andrew went live one time, and a lot of the toxic people joined his panel. He got a lot of viewers, and that's all he's cared about. He does not give a flying fuck about the safety or well-being of the people that's going, or the shit that's going on his live. And when it's going on, he acts oblivious to it.
True.
But
Yeah,
what
You guys,
what
you guys,
Andrew,
Robert?
Richie, wait a minute.
guys-
He
like the
laughs
first-
at it.
you-
He laughs
But
at it.
you
even
guys
like the
are-
first
He thinks
2
it's
days
funny.
of your
your
live, like you had
friendship,
at
for
least
people
like
that-
20 people in there, bro. Like it was chill like the first 2 days, bro. It really was. It was like when Robert wasn't up, I'd go over there and we'd chill, you know, for like the first 2 days. And then that one night that you had me up there fucking turning off pictures left and right, and I asked you several times what you wanted me to do, if you wanted me
You
to
sure
drop
did,
them,
Nick.
or
I
what you
told
wanted
you
me
to
to
turn
do.
off their
And you
I
said
told
just
you to
turn
keep
off their
turning it
camera.
off. Yeah.
But then
course.
also like I don't know. That's why like after that, like the next night, like when y'all were up there arguing, started arguing, I just dropped. Like I wanted no part of that. And then like I haven't been back since. Oh no, wait! I came back today to
Andrew,
cuss
you
out.
claim
What's
that
his
you don't
name?
know who I am, but there's been
that was
pictures of
it.
me and my dad on the back
I really
of
don't
your
know who you
live
are. I don't know who you
multiple fucking times.
I think
No
it's
reason
Cherry,
why
but
pictures of me and my
it's
dad
probably Cherry,
should be
right?
on
Is it
your
Cherry?
live.
A cherry.
That sounds nothing like Cherry.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
I don't
Cherry.
fucking know, dude. I don't know all these people.
There's
You
no
do,
reason
you do,
why
and stop lying.
pictures of me and my
No,
dad
and
should be on
hold
your
on, hold
fucking.
on. And let's like dive into what that means, because I'm not really particularly close to my family, so like have at it. But for people who love their families, Andrew, the fucking shit that you have allowed, again, even to people that I love, imagine I'm doing all I can. I'm doing all I can. There's locks, there's fucking barricades, I'm carrying everyone I know is carrying, but dad is going to lunch. Aqua shows up. It's not fucking funny. It is not fucking funny. People go to that fucking Discord, maybe have a little bit of interest, are threatening lives, unalive. You're here, you're not here. Oh, there's Andrew. Oh, I don't know. I'm just drunk. Are you dumb as fuck? Are you dumb as fuck? Are you dumb as fuck? The answer is yeah. You are dumb as fuck. You are dumb as fuck.